Hi Geminis, this is your weekly reading. I'm back with your weekly readings. Hope you guys missed me, or maybe you didn't miss me at all. But we're back doing these weekly readings, and the astrology portion, when I go over what's going on in the sky, I'm going to post that as a separate video, most likely before I post all the 12 signs. Okay, so you could still check those out if you want to. And instead of that, now I'm going to fill in your beginning of the reading with a soul message, and I think that'll be really nice, like a smooth little transition into your reading. Okay, all right, so don't forget, this is for all my Geminis, Sun, Moon, Rising, and or Venus. Maybe you're a cross watcher, so that's okay as well. And I'll have the link to the extended reading below in the description box if you're interested afterwards. Okay, all right, the gems of my eyes. So as your soul message for this week, you guys got, don't dim to fit in. Don't dim to fit in. How are you dimming your light in order to fit in? So this may help be a little motivating, or like confirmation maybe for some of you, where you've been kind of feeling some like pressure to act or be in a certain way to like make other people feel comfortable, but it's actually been like working against you because you're having to like lower yourself or not show certain things because you feel like it's going to make other people uncomfortable. Well, I think, the universe doesn't want you to do that. They don't want you to make other people feel comfortable. Don't dim your light, don't dim your gifts, your talents, your creativity, your inspiration, just because other people lack it. It's not their fault. It's not your fault they don't have it. It's not your fault they don't have that light or something. So don't do that. Don't dim your light. And you can see, maybe analyze and see maybe where in your life you may have been kind of dimming it and playing small instead of like reaching for the stars, instead of reaching big, which is like your potential. You have more potential maybe than you ever thought, but you were kind of holding yourself back because of other people, or because of their opinions, or, oh, they're gonna like say this about me, and when really you should be like, F them, F their opinions. I'm gonna like reach for the stars and do what my soul has been like calling me to do. Okay, all right, Gemini. So when it comes to your health for this week, I feel like you're reconnecting with yourself in an emotional way. So it's like you're reconnecting with your body, your heart, your mind, your spirituality, yourself in an emotional way. And by doing maybe something simple that you used to enjoy, or something that you used to love, maybe like you're listening to some old music or something that you always used to vibe to, and you're like, oh man, I haven't listened to this in like years, and like, oh, I still like feel so good when I hear it, or like, oh, I just like puts you in this like good vibe, like good energy, like it's like when you listen to your old favorite song and you're just like, oh, you can like still jam to it, or you like watch an old movie that was like your favorite growing up, and you just kind of like, you can't help but like being happy. Or maybe you're eating something, an old recipe, or your grandma, your parents cooking or something, and you make it, and now you're just like, like it just reminisces, like comfort food or something. So there's something you're doing that's going to help you reconnect to yourself, or reconnect to your emotions, your childhood, or like your make you feel just like more connected than disconnected from yourself. Okay, maybe you're seeing some friends, some family this week as well, or you're doing something, going somewhere that kind of makes you feel nostalgic. You're just like, I remember how good this made me feel. I'm glad I'm doing it again. Okay, all right. And then when it comes to or you could also be like visiting a place that kind of brings back memories. You're just like, like I'm so happy to be here. Like it makes me feel good. Okay, and then when it comes to your work, school, career, and finances, in this area of life, guys, I think it's going to be really important that you kind of like express yourself this week, and you show your gifts, your talents, and like there could be something that you're really good at, and that you maybe don't even realize that you're really good at, and it comes maybe easier to you than others. But you don't express it, or you don't show it. But this is the week where you may actually have that chance, that opportunity to show it, to showcase it, and to express it with others. So show your strengths, don't hide it. Don't pretend to not know, or pretend to not be good at it, even though you are. And this week you may realize, or others may see your potential, may see that, whoa, like, oh man, I didn't know you were good at that. Like, why didn't you tell us, or why didn't you share it? And you're like, I don't know. It was just something you just like kept to yourself. But this week, I think it's going to be really important for you to like kind of like know your strengths and not hold it back. okay? Like you may have to step up and like fill in for someone, or you know, take on some responsibility or leadership, but you actually do a really good job at it and maybe even be better than others, and they didn't even realize you were so good at that because you just never like showed it, or you never like, you know, wanted to like boast about it, I guess. Some of you could be working with or go to school with or do business with a Leo, Sun, Moon, Rising, and or Venus. And maybe this person's kind of like pumping you up or motivating you and say, yeah, you know, you're really good at this, or like you should do this. And they're kind of inspiring you or helping maybe you feel more confident in yourself. Because I think that's probably all you were lacking, just a little confidence. And then you can take your steps forward. Okay? And it's okay to like, I know they say like, oh, having an ego and stuff is bad, but we do need an ego, and it's just about keeping it healthy, you know, like having a healthy ego. You don't want to be ego-less and just have everyone to walk all over you, you know, like that's not good either. We have to have just like a healthy ego, not be cocky and arrogant, but still know your place. Like if you're good at something, like make sure you know you're good at it. Don't let someone else make you feel like you're not good at it. Like that's when like you let people go a little too far. So just have a healthy ego, and it's okay to like know your strengths, know your talents, and show it off. And if that makes someone feel uncomfortable, well then too freaking bad. Like, sorry, you suck and I don't, you know? All right. And then when it comes to your love, romance, dating, or relationships, on your side here, you guys got the Four of Swords, Starseed, and Temperance. So some of you may have Sagittarius somewhere in your chart, kind of like my baby boy. He's a Gemini sun, but Sag moon. Crazy combination. I love it though. Okay, and then on this other side, for this other person, this can be the past, present, or future situation, or all three, all the above. We have here the Three of Wands, King of Wands, and the, oh no, I'm sorry, Knight of Wands, and the Two of Swords, okay? So as far as who you could be dealing with, it could be another fire, it could be a fire sign, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, or maybe air sign, Aquarius, Libra, Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising, and or Venus. But it doesn't have to be, it could be any sign, like I always say to you guys. Could just be the energy this person is embodying, playing out, or maybe be like a mixed match of one of those, okay? So what's going on here? I really feel like this is a week where you start to kind of like get out of your head, get out of like your mental dialogue, and actually take action and do the things that you've always wanted to do, whether someone likes it or they don't like it. You're like, too bad, I'm doing it. There's some risk or some chance or like new beginning that's taking place here, or you're initiating, maybe you're starting something new, or there's like a new beginning here, but it takes some risk, it takes some chance here. But finally you are kind of letting go of the fear and the doubts, and you're doing it. You're taking this opportunity, taking this chance. Maybe you're in a new environment, maybe you move to a new place, or you start a new job, or you start a new relationship, or you're meeting someone new. There's some kind of new energy, or like you're doing things in a new way, or you're in a new environment, and instead of like thinking too much about it and like how it's going to be perfect and having all the facts and getting analysis paralysis, you're like, you know what, let me just experience it and I will just learn as I go, instead of getting too in my head and then I never take action. This is when you're actually taking action and not letting your head stop you from doing something that you maybe always wanted to do, or other people could have gotten in your head and like stopped you. You're like, oh, are you sure you want to do that? Or like, I don't know, like I'm not sure about that, or like, okay, good luck, like all this like negativity or just like pessimism. Instead of listening to them, you're like, you know what, I'm just gonna learn, and I'll probably make mistakes as I go, but at least that's giving me experience, and those experiences are gonna make you better because it's you're gonna be gaining wisdom and knowledge. So I think by the end of the week, you're feeling more positive, you're feeling more optimistic, you're like, yeah, I'm getting better at this, and actually like this is what I needed to grow. This is what I needed to take me to the next level. So something you've been thinking about that's been on your mind, you're gonna actually start now, or you're gonna actually like put yourself in that situation, in that environment, and you're gonna learn so much. Some of you are natural born teachers. Some of you are meant to like share that or experience more. Maybe you're traveling more, maybe you're seeking higher education or you're self-taught, and the things you're experiencing are going to give you so much wisdom, so much knowledge that's not found in books, that's not found on the internet. It's stuff like life experience that like no one can teach you unless you actually go through it yourself. Okay, and those kind of experiences are like the best kind of teachings you could ever get. So as far as with this person, I think they want to continue to grow and communicate with you and expand, and like, yeah, okay, and they're excited. And this person could be someone who's like very expressive and they're enthusiastic and they have a lot of chemistry with you, and they kind of like want to grow with you. They want to do things with you, but whatever it is that you're thinking of doing, they may feel a little bit scared or like, okay, are you sure? Like, and so they may still be in their head, but they're gonna just have to learn to trust you. You know, they may not have seen examples growing up of that working out, and they still may have doubts, and you know they have doubts, but it's not because they're trying to put you down. I think they're just trying to like be careful, like, oh, I don't know, that sounds kind of risky. Like, are you sure we should be doing that? And I think you're just gonna have to really drill in them and tell them like, look, you just have to trust me. Like, I know what I'm doing and we're gonna get through this, or it's gonna work out. Just trust in me. Let's do this. Don't get in your head. It took a lot for me to get out of my head, so please just get out of your head. Let's do this. And I think eventually they will be able to be on your same page, but they're just maybe a little fearful, you know, they're just like a little hesitant because they've never seen this, or they're like, oh, this is like unfamiliar, it looks kind of, you know, kind of out there. But all it takes is a little bit of trust, and I think if you just like keep telling them, you know, walking them through the process, they will build that trust and be like, okay, all right, we can do this. Okay, let's continue on and extended to get more information, see where their energy's at, what are they thinking, what are they feeling when it comes to you, what they don't want you to know that maybe you should know, and what their next action move will be towards you, and then follow it up with your advice at the end. Okay, so we'll continue on and extended. Link will be below. I'll see you there. If not, I'll see you for your next reading. All right, take care.